everyone, welcome back to our channel, or welcome to it if you guys just happen to be new here. Make sure you subscribe before you go. We would really appreciate it if you joined our journey. Today, as you guys can tell by the title and the thumbnail, I am going to be doing a ginormous life update. There are so many things to talk to you guys about. Grab yourself a drink or a cup of tea and let's get right into it. So for starters, if you guys have not seen the last vlog, which is Skylar May's 3rd birthday party vlog, make sure you guys go watch that before you watch this one if you haven't already, because that's where our update kind of kicks off. On the day that we had Skylar May's birthday party, I had the camera on the tripod set up on the table. We were cutting the cake, everything was going great, and then my tripod fell off of the table and the camera along with it, and my lens was completely bent. I was absolutely devastated and just an absolute mess. So I went into London Drugs and asked them if it could be fixed. They said that damage is not covered under warranty, unfortunately. And my dad was like, well, I know a camera repair guy here in town, so let me try to take the camera into him to see if he can fix it before you send it away and probably spend way too much. So he did, and the incredible man at that shop, I don't know his name, my dad, thank you dad by the way, took care of everything for me. He brought it in for me, picked it up for me, got it taken care of, just dealt with the whole fiasco for me. So dad, thank you very much. And thank you to that very kind man in the shop, because bless his soul, he worked some sort of Christmas miracle and fixed my camera. It is back. It is not a new camera. I did not have to buy a new one. I am filming on it right now and I could not be happier. There is something weird going on with my lens, but it doesn't affect the video or the quality, so I'm just... that is the least of our worries. So, it must have been a blessing in disguise that we weren't filming for that 2 weeks, because then we got hit with a nasty flu bug. It was actually the day after Skylar May's birthday. On the Sunday, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. She was sleeping with me and Krys, and I just woke up to her puking, and I was like, whoa, like what the heck? That came out of nowhere. She was like tossing and turning for a little bit before that, but she was still asleep, so she totally just woke up by vomiting in her sleep, and that is like the worst way to wake up ever. So she was pretty distraught. We stripped the bed, went right into the bath, and then I texted my manager and I was like, I cannot come into work today because I have a sick toddler. We then fell back asleep and were able to sleep until about 9:30, 10. She puked once when we woke up, and then we went into the living room, cuddled, watched some cartoons. I gave her some breakfast. She ate all of it, so I was like, okay, must have just been something you ate yesterday. I did make the mistake of leaving a bowl of cheesies in front of her and walking away, so I thought maybe it was just that, because obviously that is what she puked up. So I thought we were on the mend, but then she could not keep down her breakfast. She ended up puking it up within the hour, so back into the bath we went. And then she ended up going down for a nap, which was a good 3-4 solid nap. And when she woke up, she didn't get sick again. She didn't get sick for the rest of the evening. She didn't get sick that night. So I was like, okay, maybe it was just a weird 24-hour bug. Hopefully we're on the mend. Still no fever. Still, like, she was still eating, but she had a little bit of a decreased appetite, which is normal, which she was vomiting. So obviously her stomach was sore. But we thought we were on the mend, so I went to work the following Tuesday, and then come Wednesday morning, right again, 4 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, or we all woke up to her vomiting again, and we were like, what the heck is going on? We thought we were in the clear, so freshly washed sheets, stripped again, back into the wash. We went back into the bath, and I had to take the Wednesday off of work again. Didn't vomit for the rest of the following Wednesday, so I was like, okay, again, fingers crossed, we're good. I went to work on the Thursday. I was getting ready for work. Krys said he really was not feeling well at all, so he proceeded to go to work, but then he was vomiting all morning at work, so he got sent home from work. She went to my mom's, and then at that point my dad had been off work the whole week because he was coughing and congested, and then my mom caught the same bug as well, and I was terrified that Skylar was going to get it because she's had RSV before, and that was not a good time at all. So we just took that weekend after that rough week just kind of on the mend, hanging out. But I definitely dodged a bullet. Other than the random waves of nausea throughout the week, I only got sick the once, and I'm pretty sure it was just a sympathy vomit because Skylar made a mess, and I was like, ooh, okay, no. I can't do that. So throughout the whole chaotic week, I also officially finished my 2-week greens trial with my Arbonne products, but I'm also, I don't even know how many days, I lost count now, not at the 28 mark. I think we're 3 weeks in to my Derm Results skincare routine, daily routine. If you guys don't know me, or even if you do know me, I'm not really verbal about this sort of stuff, but I have always suffered with some sort of gut pain, especially in the evening. I don't have the healthiest diet. I'll be the first one to admit that. I definitely don't take care of myself in that aspect. So I pay the price for that. There was always some sort of gut or gas pain. I always had a lot of bloating, and ever since I was a little girl and became pubescent, I have always struggled with acne as well. But especially since having a child and my body rearranging all of my organs to grow this little human being, and then trying to rearrange themselves back into place after giving birth to her, the gut pain is real, let me just say, and especially the bloat. I also started drinking coffee after I had Skylar made because I was just so fatigued all the time, and I absolutely hate the taste of coffee unless it's piled with a whole bunch of sugar or milk or cream or whatever. All the bad stuff, all the inflammatory stuff for my gut. And if for some reason I woke up late in the morning, didn't have time to grab a coffee, or didn't have a coffee that day, I would also pay the price for it very early on. I would get such a terrible migraine. I would have unbelievable gas pain. Starting my whole journey with Arbonne, you know, if you guys have been watching the vlogs, you kind of know how I get started. My friend invited me to her launch when she decided that she was going to do the business for her own journey, her own struggles that she was having. And then I got educated about these products and was like, whoa, I had no idea that if you took care of your gut health and your microbiome, that it could save literally your life and your health. And that's only step one to taking care of your mind, health, body, skin. So I decided to dive right into it with the greens trial. And then after talking with her, now my mentors at the time, I was like, you know what? Why not take the opportunity? I feel like everything happens for a reason. I already share so much stuff online with YouTube and social media, so why not try to get the most I can out of it and educate other people around me that may have been in the same position as me, that suffer through these things on a day-to-day basis and have no idea that just by doing 1 minute of health every morning with the greens trial or the green gut glow can really make all of the difference. I feel absolutely amazing. The fatigue is still there, but it's not nearly as much. Like, it went from like 70 to 80% fatigue throughout the day to like 30, 40 at the most. The Energy Fizz gives me all the energy I need throughout the day. One Energy Fizz packet is equivalent to, I think, a decaf cup of coffee, and you can have multiple throughout the day. So if you're like Krys, for instance, who's a bit of a coffee snob and tends to go a little bit heavier with the caffeine, like he's used to getting like double shots, he has 2 fizz sticks with his gut health in the morning, and he feels absolutely amazing, which is a big deal because, like I said, He used to be a coffee snob, and he hasn't had coffee in, I think, a couple weeks now, which is pretty freaking amazing. My gut feels amazing. I don't get the headaches if I'm not able to drink my greens right away in the morning because I get to work and everything's hustle and bustle. Sometimes I don't get to drink it until my lunch break, but I still am not feeling bloated. I'm not feeling fatigued. I don't get a headache, and I just feel healthier. Like, even the way that I look at myself, I'm really self-conscious, especially when filming with no makeup on. I can feel in my mind that when I was editing those vlogs, I was like, you know what? Like, girl, you look great. You are literally glowing and you have no makeup on. Like, you just washed every ounce of everything off of your face and you look amazing. Like, why are you so hard on yourself? Like, really giving myself some self-love. And that is because I have started taking care of my gut health and my microbiome. So it's now taking care of the rest of my body, and me struggling with being chemically imbalanced, anxiety, depression, probably ADHD and OCD, and Lord knows what else that's undiagnosed yet. I can feel the changes that are happening in my mind. I can see the changes that are happening in my skin, and I can feel and see the changes that are happening in my body, and there is nothing to lose. If you guys try these products, visit my website and start your regimen. I promise you won't regret it. And if by whatever chance you do, it doesn't agree with your lifestyle or whatever the case may be, you have a 90-day money back guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose. Moving on to the derm results review. Like I said, I've been about 3 weeks in now. I suffered from facial redness, swelling, itchiness, a combination of dry and oily skin. It would either be really oily around here and then really dry on my T-zone, and I was using something that I thought was good for my face that I got from the Body Shop for quite an amount of years. But then I downloaded the Think Dirty app, where I scanned all the barcodes of the skincare products that I'd been using and learned that there was 5 dirty ingredients in these products that were actually narcotic and harmful for my face and skin. And I had been putting this stuff on my face and skin willingly for 10 years, thinking it was keeping my face at bay, when in fact it was just making it angrier, which makes the world of sense to me now, looking back on it. So now I have the 3-step derm results. I'm using the skin cleanser, the vitamin C illuminating oil or concentrate, and the glow cream. I also have a mask that I've been using twice a week, and that has made all the difference in my skin. I have had no dry skin, no oily skin. I'm obviously wearing like a full face of makeup right now, but I did take before photos. Not taken after photos yet because I haven't hit the full 28-day mark yet, but I will. And when I do, I will definitely show you guys the difference in a future vlog, because I can already tell that the redness and inflammation and the itchiness, as soon as I get out of the shower, before I even put anything on my face, has reduced, which is absolutely amazing. That's really hard. My skin has been really picky. Like, I was one of those proactive kids when I was like 12, 13 years of age, and then it started working really well, and then it was really bad. And my skin was really angry, which is when I found this new stuff from the Body Shop, and my skin was still angry but at bay. And now that I'm using stuff that is actually healthy for my skin, by the way, side note, I haven't mentioned this yet, all of our products are vegan free, GMO free, gluten free, and all of our skincare products are cruelty free. And there are products for men, women, you know, obviously non-binary, kids, older people. Like, there is products for literally every party involved, and that is the nice thing about Arbonne, is that there's no limits. But just seeing the difference in my face, feeling the difference in my face, I can see the glow, I can feel my skin. It literally feels like velvet, but it doesn't feel oily. Like it just feels very soft. It reduces wrinkles as well, which I struggle with even at a young age. I have the forehead wrinkles because I have a 5 head, and I also get my smile lines, and all of that has been reduced just from using these 3 products. You might think that what you're using now is okay to use for your skin, just like I did. Download the app Think Dirty, scan those barcodes, see if in fact there are any dirty ingredients in there, see how good or bad they are for your skin, and you'd be surprised at some of the results that you can get. So I am just super stoked with all of the things that I'm doing. I'm super stoked that I have a few clients, mostly friends and family members, that are trying everything and are loving everything so far. So I am just so happy and so incredibly like fulfilled that I have this new passion, this new growing passion, and I can spread that love to all the people around me. Skylar loves the shakes as well. I have protein powder, so I make protein shakes, and she absolutely loves them as well. It's a quick, easy way to get my protein into me without having to make a full meal. And when you're a mom on the go all the time, that is literally ideal. I feel like I'm forgetting so much, but I think that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to say about my greens trial review and my derm results review so far. I will leave my link on the screen and in the description box down below. And if you guys want some good deals and discounts, don't hesitate to message me on social media. Probably Instagram is where I'll answer the most, but you can try Facebook as well because I do check our Facebook page often too. So last but not least, Skylar May has officially turned 3, and we have a lot to talk about. We have so much to talk about involving you, my love. She's sitting in the corner of the bed right now. We're in front of the windowsill, and it is your favorite place to be. The last time when I did her 2-year-old toddler review, she was sick with the first fever that she had ever gotten at that time, and we pretty much just talked about what she liked, what she didn't like, and some of the 2-word combos that she was starting to get. If you guys have been watching the vlogs since the beginning, which was Skylar May's first birthday, you know that over time we have struggled a little bit with Skylar May's speech. Being first-time parents, even though we have both big families with lots of kids, we really didn't know what to expect with talking and having a baby toddler and how fast they were supposed to progress. I know that every kid is different, every child is different, so that is kind of just what me and Krys said. You know, she has nothing to say yet, she'll do it in her own time. But at the time where she was supposed to be, I say supposed to be because again, every child is different, supposed to be saying like full sentences by this time, asking questions, pointing at things, and you know, all that good stuff. She just wasn't really there yet. I remember being at work one day, and this, to this day, I still think this was a sign. This random video popped up on my YouTube feed, and it was, I think, five signs of autism in kids. And I always had kind of like, I don't want to say a suspicion, but I just had a feeling that she was super extraordinary and super special in her own way. And there was something extraordinary and different than your average toddler about Skylar May. So I watched the video, and I was actually super surprised to see almost every single sign or every single thing Skylar May also did on a day-to-day basis. And disclaimer, a whole bunch of kids can have these signs as well and not be autistic or have anything going on. I was like, wow, okay, maybe this is something that we should actually talk to somebody about, because again, she's our one and only child, so we don't really have much to go off of. So we decided to email and get in touch with the Children's Development Center in our town and book an appointment with them. So we did that, and it was pretty much just like a big interview. Skylar May hung out with the room. We got asked lots of questions about her day-to-day routine and mannerisms and a whole bunch of stuff. And even them meeting Skylar May that day, they could tell, and they agreed with us, that she was most likely on the spectrum to some degree. So they put us in touch with a whole bunch of resources and were absolutely lovely. But she did let us know, with everything going on in the world right now and Skylar May not having a doctor, which is a whole other separate can of worms and struggle right now, but I'm not going to get into that. After our interview, it sounds like Skylar May would really benefit from speech therapy and occupational therapy, but the wait list for those two things were 6 months to a year, which just really sucks. So because Skylar actually has Aboriginal heritage in her lineage, she has Cree and Métis on Krys's side, and I think a little bit of Métis on my side, like way back as well. A little bit of Aboriginal heritage. She could apply to go to the, I think it's IOUWA. I'm probably butchering that. I can't remember the name of the facility, but it is literally absolutely amazing. And from there, we got in touch with these two beautiful, lovely women, Dana, the speech therapist, and Cara, the occupational therapist. And from there, we started doing speech therapy and occupational therapy together every other week. We have been going until the holidays come around. And then obviously we'll have a break. That center also offered play groups for the month of September once a week, and me and Skylar May went to a couple of them. And that has just been absolutely amazing for Skylar May. Since we've started going to these meetings, and she absolutely loves it. She loved the play group. Now when we go there, like, she runs right into the room. She knows exactly where we're going. We do a lot of sensory play with her, and they're basically just teaching us how we can best communicate with her and progress the knowledge that she's already built with certain behaviors that she's done. So she is huge on sensory stuff. So using sensory to help her learn and progress has been really fun for us and her, and it is working beautifully. So quite literally, the only thing this changes is how we go about teaching her things and how we go about communicating with her. Having a child who's pretty nonverbal, their whole entire language is based on physical touch. And as you see, she loves to talk, she loves to make noises, she's always moving. She is getting so good. She does know sentences now. You know, she's not at the point where she can come up to me and say, "Mom, can I have a glass of water?" like your average 3-year-old kid would, but she knows how to tell me that she wants water in her own way, and if she wants a snack and what that snack is, or if she wants to have a bath or watch a movie or a show. So currently, right now, she knows the ABCs. She knows how to count to 17. We're working on getting to 20. She knows how to say circle, square, star. We're working on getting her to say triangle. She knows a handful of colors. She knows how to say so many 2-word combos, so many 3, 4-word combos, and her vocabulary has just quite literally flourished and blown up, as well as her physical language. She is getting such a big personality, you guys. So the biggest thing that we're struggling, yes, the biggest thing that we're struggling with right now is learning what works for her and what doesn't, and the potty training. And we're working with Cara, her occupational therapist, on that as well. She has given me a booklet with beautiful tips and tricks and a couple of potty songs even. So I'm losing count of all the things she knows how to do because she has progressed so beautifully over just this last 6 to 12 months. But there are still times where, you know, we don't know if she's gonna like something or how she's gonna react to something until we go out and do it. So take Halloween, for instance. We did something that was very unfamiliar to her. You know, we've gone trick-or-treating the 2 years before last with her, but she didn't quite understand what we were doing, so she was just along for the ride. This year was an absolute catastrophe, and trick-or-treating, we learned, is just not for her. She loves Halloween, but the trick-or-treating part was was really hard and something that we couldn't do and probably won't do until she gets a little bit older and we can actually like talk to her and explain to her how it works. Because as of right now, obviously, like I said, physical touch is everything to her, and doing things that are familiar to her are safe. But doing things that are not familiar to her is where she gets super overstimulated and then totally has a breakdown. So we don't have big bad like screaming tantrums with Skylar May. Her tantrums are like her just being absolutely distraught, frustrated, and just really sad, which is really heartbreaking to witness. And that has definitely been the hardest curve of this whole journey so far. That and seeing how interactions go with other kids, because obviously other kids her age just don't understand how she is and how she acts and what she says half the time, so they don't know how to interact with her. And being a mom who was bullied when I was in school, that is my literal worst fear for Skylar May. I do not want her to get bullied, but seeing kids at such a young age already have judgment is just absolutely heartbreaking. So I think my one piece of advice to all the mamas out there with all the babes, just please educate your little ones, because nonverbal kids don't know how to communicate verbally, and even when they try, it does not go without struggle. So physical language is everything to them. Please show all kids of all ages, of all struggles, just nothing but kindness and unconditional love, because that is literally what they need. We're just going through the motions. My camera ended up dying, so I had to plug it in to charge it. Krys came home, so that's why he's magically appeared in the background. He's just playing his game. And Skylar May has just went to sleep for her nap today. So I am going to wrap up this huge update. Our next step for her is we need to go into the walk-in to get a referral to a very specific doctor, which is a bit of a drive away, but that's just fine, so that she can get an assessment done to have an actual diagnosis to see exactly where on the spectrum she is. She's a happy-go-lucky girl. The thing that we're struggling with right now, minus the whole potty training situation, is at the age that she is, a 3-year-old toddler, they like to have tantrums. But like I mentioned before, Skylar May doesn't really have tantrums. She just has these spouts where she gets really upset, and sometimes we can't pinpoint as to what is going on. It seems like it comes out of nowhere. She's had more of those episodes just this last week, and they've been kind of hard to navigate, because we're like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, nothing seems to happen, and then all of a sudden she just gets really upset and nothing we do can calm her down. But my sister pointed out to me the other night that kids her age, this is very common for, but usually they can communicate, like, you know, like, I wanted the red cup and not the green cup. I wanted to watch this show and not that show, or whatever the case may be. So clearly something that she sees, or something that is going on that she's upset about, that is making her upset, but she can't communicate what that is to us. So we just kind of have to play the guessing game and just try and calm her down. And eventually, I mean, obviously we can, but it doesn't come without struggle, that's for sure. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now, but she's doing really good. We're working on communicating with her. This has been something that I haven't mentioned in the vlogs up into this point, because it's not something that I just wanted to casually mention. It's definitely something that's worth a sit down, like, discussion with, and we have so much family that we don't see, so that is my whole purpose for all the vlogs, is just keeping people updated and having all these memories and home videos to look back on. But my hopes with sharing our experience is that if one person sees this video who it was in the situation that I was in and not knowing very much, can get a little bit more educated, or needs a little push to, yes, it's totally worth it to figure out where your children's development program is if you have one nearby, or yes, it's worth the drive to go to find one, because once you get the ball rolling, it helps so much, and I cannot express that enough. I don't know what we would do if we didn't have the resources and still had no idea what was going on. So I'm super, super thankful. I'm also thankful that we both have big families that support and help, and we just all love our special little girl. And to anyone who may have been wondering, who knows Skylar May, obviously, like if you've ever met Skylar May, you know right off the bat that she is no ordinary girl. Like, she is a super special girl, and she has her own little personality. We love her so much, and we would obviously do anything for her and are doing everything that we can for her. So it has definitely been a process, and it was not an easy one, but if you're in the same situation or the same boat that we were in or are in, I cannot stress enough, go and seek help, go and seek a second opinion, because a lot can come out of it, and a lot that ends up coming out of it can benefit your child immensely. The only other things that I can think of to update you in regards to Skylar May on are all the things that she enjoys doing. So trick-or-treating, we know she is not a fan of as of right now. But when we were decorating the Christmas tree the other night, that vlog is going to be coming out, she absolutely loved it. She was actually taking decorations and putting them in the tree, so that just warmed my heart. Doing things with her and learning what she likes and doesn't like can be hard, but it is so fulfilling when you do find something that she loves doing, and just seeing the joy and the light in her face and seeing how much fun she has. I love Christmas, Krys loves Christmas and having the Christmas tree up, so having our daughter love the same things that we do just makes it that much better. She is an absolute beauty of an artist. She loves music, she loves singing. In a lot of the movies that she watches, she actually knows, like, word for word some of the songs, mostly Frozen, some of Moana, and she loves to draw. She asks to draw any type of art that way, like painting, drawing, felt, stickers. She is like, could literally do all day and she has done all day before. She's pretty good with her appetite. She is picky, and it's not so much as like textures for her as I think it is like tastes and smells. She used to love certain kinds of meats, but now the only meats that she likes are salami, and it has to be salami. Like, it's not any type of other sausage, it has to be salami. And like the deli meat, so the thin slices of salami, or she likes any breaded chicken, but it can't be too thick of a crust. So she likes like chicken strips, chicken nuggets, shake and bake chicken, like that sort of thing. She absolutely loves. She loves her carbs, she loves her gluten, and she loves her fruit. Pretty much all fruit, I think she likes. She goes through spurts where she doesn't want to eat like strawberries, but then she'll like mouth strawberries, and same with avocado. And yogurt is definitely her number one. We go through those little nano drinks like a son of a gun. Like, probably way too fast. I'm probably forgetting something. I'll probably think of more things along the way, and if I do, I'll just mention them in the future. But this was the big update that I've been waiting to do. I think it's a really, really important conversation to have, and the more knowledge we can get out there, the better. Ever since we've been going through this process with Skylar May, I follow a couple moms on TikTok with autistic kids, and I just love seeing their TikToks and their videos. It's a really cool community to be a part of and be open to, and I'm really happy and thankful for social media because it allows you to become a part of a community, and I think that's really, really special. But I think that pretty much wraps it up for everything that I wanted to talk to you about in this huge life update today. It's been a whirlwind, to say the least. I hope you guys enjoyed tuning into this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more content like this. We would really appreciate it if you helped our channel grow and watched our future journeys with Skylar and just all of our little adventures that we do as a family of 3. We have so much exciting content coming up now that it is the holiday and the Christmas season, and I have my camera back. I am so stoked on that. But yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until then, we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.